honestly, it was incredible to meet both Michael Ferris and Mark Meckler. And it's funny because we just saw him on Tucker Carlson, and he echoed a lot of the points that he had. But watching him tonight and seeing that passion face to face, it makes a big difference. It's incredibly encouraging to the volunteers and folks in North Carolina who are supporting COS, almost 100,000 folks across the state now. And something Michael Ferris said specifically regarding the Supreme Court tonight kind of resonated with me, because talking about how this is a constitutional issue and there's not a recourse for the Supreme Court, who has caused a lot of these problems, to stop it. It's really encouraging, because we're so used to everything going to the Supreme Court and everything getting litigated at that level, and everything is an existential crisis that the Supreme Court's going to decide. But it was very encouraging to hear him talk about how this is not a Supreme Court issue. This is a political issue in Article 5, and that's how it's going to get solved. So.
Absolutely. So how did you find out about Convention of States and get involved?
I first signed the petition, I think, almost 10 years ago. When I got out of the military, I got a lot more involved. And I got really involved after being involved with the local party for a while and being incredibly frustrated election cycle after election cycle with nothing happening. And at some point, it was just a matter of making a phone call to my local COS people and saying, how can I help, and getting engaged. And that's kind of long and short of the story of how I became a district captain and what I'm doing now.
Yeah, we hear that a lot. People getting really frustrated with what's going on, getting frustrated. How can I get involved? What can I do? How can I make a difference? And it's just great to hear your story there. Yeah, thanks so much for coming out and supporting this. And if you wanted to pass on something to our North Carolina legislators, both of us North Carolina residents here, we're upset with what's going on because we wanted to pass last year, and then here we are, 2023, hoping that we'll be able to pass this year. What would be the message that you'd want to pass on to our North Carolina legislators?
I would say that fear of the unknown is not something that stopped our forefathers from forming this nation, and it shouldn't stop them from exercising their duty under Article 5, because that's going to be a game changer for our nation, and walking away from that is the worst mistake they'll ever make.